know me.
Mel Blanc is one of the most iconic names in animation history, and it's voicing Bugs Bunny that he's probably most famous for. It was probably the character that he cherished the most.
So that's how I got the voice for Bugs Bunny.
He credited that rabbit with saving his life.
I thought I was dead and that Bugs was the only one alive.
Known as the man of 1,000 voices, he was probably the most prolific male voice actor ever. His career stretched from 1927 all the way up to 1989. He was the first ever voice actor to receive an on-screen credit, and best known for his work during animation's golden age. Mel was also a big-time radio personality, probably most notably The Jack Benny Show.
But I forgot to sign it.
But his career and life nearly ended prematurely. In January 1961, 52-year-old Mel was driving down Sunset Boulevard when out of nowhere an 18-year-old college student crashed into him head-on in exactly the same spot where 6 fatalities had happened just the year prior. It was so notable for accidents it became known as Dead Man's Curve. And the crash was brutal, fracturing his legs, arm, as well as gaining multiple internal injuries and also head injuries. His condition was so bleak, the fireman who cut him out the car said, "We should have just put him in a sack." Good grief. Blanc was much loved for his work, and in his hospital room he received 15,000 letters, many of which were addressed simply Bugs Bunny, Hollywood, USA. Children sent letters, drawings, and even carrots wrapped in tinfoil for their favourite vegetable-addicted rabbit. When he was taken to UCLA, his survival chances were given 1,000 to 1. The Honolulu Herald had already posted a premature obituary with the headline, "That's all, folks."
They had obituary notices in all the paper that he died in 1961.
He was unconscious in a coma for 21 long days.
A lot of people would come in and say, "How are you feeling today, Mel?" And I wouldn't answer them.
When suddenly, Dr. Louis Conway spotted a Bugs Bunny cartoon playing on a television, the neurosurgeon had a light bulb moment. He went over to Mel's bed, leaned over him and said,
"Hey, Bugs Bunny, how are you?" And I answered him. I said,
Just fine, Doc. How are you?
Oh my God.
Mel was on the verge of death, but the characters still were very much alive inside of him. And this slowly helped him regain consciousness. He ended up making a full recovery, and he credited Bugs Bunny for getting him out of that coma and saving his life. And the deadly stretch of road was restructured after Mel sued the city. Mel carried on giving voice to many animated characters all the way up until his death in 1989. And his talent being so colossal and timeless, his archive voice still being used as recently as 2014.